The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on. I think
He missed the complete that. He's crazy stuff.
Side Freitas is on the grass on the infield floor. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
Into the heart of tobacco country we go. Thunder comes alive once again as the SK Modifieds get rolling back to Saturday night short track racing in America on iRacing Live and the Global Sim Racing Channel. Tonight, the Bootleg Racing League Outlaw Modified Series brings you round 4 with the Outlaw 100 from Lucama, North Carolina. Welcome home, everyone. I'm Sean Ambrose, and with me tonight is James Carhula back with us. And in the control room, twisting and tweaking the dials once again, the great Joe Peak. All the camera angles you see tonight are brought to you by the great Dougie Beard. James, we make our way to Southern National Motorsports Park. Southern National Speedway, new to iRacing, new to this series. This is the debut here tonight. Tell us all about it, sir.
Yeah, the newest short track to the iRacing server, and this will be the inaugural running here for this league and this series running here tonight. And instant favorite, this track is fun in so many ways. We're in for a show tonight because it is slick too, coming off of these high banks here. 17 degrees of banking here in the turns on this 4/10 mile short track here. We will be doing 100 laps here in North Carolina at the Southern National Motorsports Park, and again, just can't wait. This track is so much fun. As soon as it hit the server, I couldn't wait to own it, and I'm very jealous I'm not out there with these guys tonight.
Yeah, well, you know what? One of these guys have dropped in real quick. We're going to bring catch up with Brian Neff here real quick, the number 60 Winn-Dixie SK Modified. Brian, thanks for coming in real quick to visit with us. How does it feel? How's that modified feel here around Southern National Speedway?
Oh, it's feeling pretty good, Sean. I laid down about 130 laps here the other night, so I'm in pretty good shape.
And I know you had some connection issues in the last race. You got everything sorted out, feeling pretty good about this one?
Yeah, I think I got to check with my provider. I think that they're running me through Maine over there by Donnie's, and he's kind of got my internet a little screwed up tonight.
So it always comes back to Donnie. There you go. Okay, there you go, folks. It always comes back to Donnie Moore. Well, he's chasing you in the points right now, Brian, and you're sitting up there in second. Got to certainly keep him behind you. But the guy to beat right now, it seems like Matt Hoos. You got anything for him tonight?
Yeah, I think I do. He made a statement in practice that, slowed me down. He doesn't want me running fast laps in practice, so I went ahead and let him run the fast lap. So hopefully he's a little faster than that. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night.
Well, yes, it is, sir. 100 laps, 40 miles around this joint. Looking forward to seeing it here with you guys. Good luck to you, Neffy. We'll see you in just a bit. Hopefully, we'll see you here at the top of the podium in just about 45 minutes. Take care, my friend. Be safe and get back in the car. You got about 8 minutes left.
All right, guys. Should be a good race. We'll see you later.
And that was Brian Neff, driver of the Winn-Dixie 60, SK Modified. Tonight he will be competing to get his first win of the season and possibly get himself first in points. James, tell us a little bit about the series and what we're going to be doing tonight and how we'll be lining up.
It's a good old short track racing here on Saturday night. One of the first things they're going to do is last week's winner. He will be starting from the back. So, sorry, Matt Hoos, you will be starting in 10th place tonight because of they will invert the top 10 from the previous race. So, Ryan Edwards Kiss will be your pole sitter for tonight. We will be running fixed setups tonight, too. Double file restart with the lap cars at the back. The admins will be given a wave around tonight. Will not be run by iRacing, just by the admins out there. But my favorite rule, week in and week out, is going to be no tire changes allowed, especially with these races going up to 100 laps this season. It's making that rule much more important to see who's going to be in charge late in the going out here as well. But we do have one fast repair available to these guys also, and we're going to be starting up with a highly rubber track when we go to the start.
Yeah, 95% track state, James, and that means there's a lot of rubber down. It also means there are a lot of marbles up there in the corners. You'll see that live on screen there. Boy, it does not look good for side-by-side racing, especially in the turns. You get up out of that groove and anywhere near those marbles, the concrete walls here do not give at all. They're very unforgiving, in fact, and that with only one fast repair in 100 laps, that is something that will have to be managed and managed well. Have a good turnout tonight. Looks like we're going to be 19 strong. Plenty going on right now. Last week, Matt Hoos was your winner. That kept him at the top of the standings. We'll throw those out for you real quick. Let's look and see where everybody's at right now. As I said, Matt Hoos is at the top. Brian Neff right behind him, only 2 points behind. He's lurking back there. Neff in good shape. Donnie Moore, 30 points. Okay, now he's got some work to do, but he's been awful consistent. Donnie doing pretty good in practice right now. Ryan Nuss sitting there in 4th, 25 points. Chris Hensley closing out the top 5 with 24 points. And then you've got 3 guys all tied with 22 points there. Lowell Jewell, Mike Holloway, Phil Temples, all tied for that 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. Ryan Edwards Kiss and Tim Knott hanging in there in 9th and 10th. Long way to go, though. The 19 points separate 1st through 10th. So lots of work to do for those guys, James. But, you know, it's been a good season so far. We're in race 4. Hoos looking to maybe get another win tonight. We'll see. Neff looking for his first win. The top 3 in points, though, are starting to pull away, man.
Yeah, we're starting to see early on these 3 really starting to take control of the series so far. But I mean, we're still very early on in the season, and it could definitely end up with a lot of those guys back there. I mean, don't count out Lowell Jewell. He's been running very solid so far this year. Got a win in the one of the other series not too long ago as well. So back there as well, Ryan Edwards Kiss. I think he missed a race, but he is still very much a contender, and look for him to try and sneak back up there as well. So anyone in this top 10 right now, I'm not counting out as a possible championship contender.
All right, well, big news tonight. Rich Blake is joining the field tonight. We got a newcomer in. He's going to give it a shot. He did pretty good so far tonight. He's been able to keep the car on the track and finish the previous 2 races. But Rich is going to be here for the first time in a modified tonight. Right now, he's 11th quick on the board. A couple things to watch out for. Now, I put a lot of time in here in the SK this afternoon, just trying to get a feel for it here and get an idea of what it takes. I got to tell you, if you get any bit of the tires down on that apron in the turn, James, it's going to be wicked, man. Good luck trying to save it, because the transition right there is really freaky between the banking and the apron.
Yeah, if this track wasn't already hard enough to drive, especially with these cars as well, very, very loose off the turns as well, and it's not going to get better as this race goes on too. So It's gonna be, yeah. As I'm watching someone getting loose off the quarter here on my screen right now as I'm talking about that. So it's gonna be a messy one out here tonight. You got to watch that apron. You got to watch exit. These cars are not happy tonight, but typically, Sean, that puts on some really good racing.
Yeah, well, and talking about the racing, honestly, we love to see the side-by-side racing, and we see a lot of it here in the Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series. But tonight, I got to tell you, side-by-side racing might not be the order of the day. The marbles come really down low on the track, and you're carrying so much speed into these turns. The outside line does not seem to be the way to get around. Now, if you get a good run off and you can make a move on the outside on these short straights, it's possible. But in the turns, I just don't think there's going to be a lot of side-by-side racing. I think when we do see it, there may be trouble, and that'll certainly be something to look out for as we manage our way through 100 laps here tonight at Southern National Speedway.
Yeah, though maybe later on in the race, I remember another track that was really bad about that too. I can't remember exactly which race it was earlier this season too, but those marbles got cleared out of there. We did not see the marbles up right outside the top groove as late in the race as we did early on. So who knows? Maybe we'll have some unlucky souls that'll get up there, but clean off those marbles and give these guys a little bit more room to go out there and really push the issue.
Well, they've been pushing the issue already for a couple hours tonight. They ran the Whiskey Run Truck Series, 50 laps they ran here at the Speedway. Tim Knott was the big winner. Donnie Moore, second place. And Jacob Williams finishes third in the trucks. And then right after that, they got into the super late models and ran the Crooked Still Late Model Series. Donnie Moore was the big winner there. Vern Bradley, second. And Mike Holloway takes home third. Boy, there's one name that sounded really consistent there, Donnie Moore. And, Donnie having a pretty good season, sitting there third in points. Maybe tonight is his night to get his second win of the season. We will see. Just a little less than a minute left in warm-up, and then we're going to grid this thing up, James. As I said, plenty go on. Tuesday night they raced also. Don't want to leave those guys out. The Copper Line Legends ran. Matt Hoos was the big winner last Tuesday night. And in the White Lightning Limited Late Model Series, Philip Temple's got a big win here at Southern National Speedway. So congratulations to all those winners earlier this evening and from Tuesday night. James, who do you like tonight?
Well, listen to Brian Neff there in that interview. He sounds mighty confident about his chances out here tonight. And he goes right back out there after this interview and sets that fast time. So much for him slowing down and letting Matt Hoos have it. But I'm looking for that Win Dixie 60 to be up front and running good tonight.
You know what? I kind of got a feeling about this one tonight. Certainly, too, John. Ryan Nuss, number 69, just outside of number 13. In row 3, Philip Temples in at number 19. And just outside of him on the outside, starting 6th, the number 55 of Lowell Jewell.
And then on row 4 are both of our picks for tonight. Donnie Moore in 7th and Brian Neff in 8th. Matt Hoos will be following up behind them in 9th position. Doing very well in the races earlier tonight as well. Outside him will be Joe Marks. Chris Wolfson in the 11th will be starting in the 11th place tonight in the 17th. And Mike Holloway in the number 4 will be starting 12th.
And your 13th place starter tonight, Ralph Connor in the Mountain Dew, number 58. Matt Shinowski will start 14th in the number 35. In the Krankenstein Racing, number 8, Ernie Brown, 15th. Brad Speidel back with us tonight. Welcome back, Brad. Good to see you, buddy. The number 76 starts 16th. The number 14, Vern Bradley, is back tonight, and he'll start 17th. Richard Blake is on the track tonight. And starting 18th, Lucas Stiziano back tonight to number 57, 19th. Here we go, James, getting ready to kick this thing off. Man, these SK Modifieds look great tonight. They are side by side. Pace car is in, and the race has started. Your leader, Ryan Edwards Kiss, is out to break loose, James. And I was
continue on. No one else runs into him. Not a big deal. Let's keep going. We're ready to keep rolling.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, and that's great. We got clean modifieds out here. We'll get restarted. Well, we'll just forget that first little incident, and we'll head right back to it. Again, we still have clean modifieds on the track. That is a good sign. But they will go by two again here next time by. They will get lined up again and ready to go, and I won't miss the start this time. I promise you, James. Okay.
10-4. No, sounds like a great promise there, Sean. But man, I just can't believe that no one was involved in that. I know I keep talking about that, but he was full blown sideways with the rest of the field coming, and everyone's just like, we got this. Keep going, bro.
You know, one of the things they talk about here in this series, and I know because I've been with them on track before, and that is how they honor that yellow flag, man. Is as soon as it comes out, everybody does their very best to get the car slowed down and get out of trouble. But here we go. We're set. Pace car heading into 3. He's out of 3, and he's getting ready to dive in. There it goes. The Mustang is in. Ryan Edwards gets at the line. He takes off, and he is your leader with a big jump. Gets that car outside, gets it in nice and tight now. Tremendous run. Ryan Nuss back there. Tron is on the inside. Doesn't have anything yet. They're racing side by side. Lowell Jewell gets a little bit loose right in front of Brian Neff.
Loose again. And the outside wall. He corrects the 21 of Matt Hoos also. Both on their lid going down into turn 1.
Oh, no. Well, that's definitely going to mean they're going to need a tow. Did they get righted back over, or are they still on their lid there?
I see Matt Hoos is still on his roof, but Tim Knott was able to get going, but he's stuck backwards on pit road right now. Nope, he's going to have to take a tow as well.
Well, we're looking at the replay here, trying to get an eye on what happened. Look at above from the chopper here, and you see Tim Knott go around trying to collect the car. He gets right in front of Nuss, and yep, there they go, both on their lid. Knott goes over, car still rolling. He manages to get back on his wheels, but man, tough break there for Matt Hoos.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were talking about, is so loose off the corner as well, and if you don't have any heat in those tires too, it's not going to make it any better as well. So just see the number 21 as we ride on board here with Matt Hoos. We're going to see firsthand exactly what he sees, and maybe could slip by. Nope. Catches it into that outside wall and take a tow back. Hopefully we can get caught back up here. Still have 90 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think that's the camera angle you want to see when you're watching a replay as the driver of that car.
That's not when you want to have an onboard shot from us at GSRC, but thank you for the... it sure is exciting for everyone watching, though.
Yeah, maybe good for the series highlight reel, but certainly not for your personal one. Here we go. Time to set him back up and get ready to restart. We'll do it with 12 laps. We'll work lap 12 on the restart. Ryan Edwards Kiss, still your leader. Ryan Tron Nuss on the outside. He's got his way up to second. John Holcomb there on the inside. Philip Temple's just up on the outside. Ford Mustang pace cars in. Ryan Edwards Kiss is still your leader. He's heading into 1. Your leader inside. He's got it tucked down there real nice. And they're stacking up behind.
Bradley. They're going to keep it straight. 2 more cars on the outside. Matt Shinosky was also involved in that too. Ralph Connor Jr.
And across the start-finish line, we got a car out of shape. Was that Philip Temples? I can't see.
It is Philip Temples.
Philip Temples, yep.
Who's that on the outside of the 76? Brad Speidel also involved.
Tough break for Brad making his return tonight. We're looking at Philip Temples right here, trying to get an eye on what happened. Heads into the turn. Car looks pretty good. It's up in that outside groove, coming off, and there you go. The car starts to come around, makes that contact, and gets spun there.
Ooh, hard into that outside wall. Yeah,
Vern Bradley got a piece of him too. Just not much he can do. It's that loose condition we talked about in the pre-race. Really unfortunate here early. Looking out the windshield of Joe Marks. Looks like he got a pretty good look at it here. There's Brad Speidel just down below. As they come up the front straight, he just gets by that. Speidel, you see, turns in front of him there and went up into the wall. Joe Marks just missing contact there. Good on him.
Yeah, Joe Marks, that is the type of replay you want to be shown here on GSRC. That is the in-car that you want.
Well, Ryan Edwards-Kiss still leading this race. And Ryan Nuss up from fourth, holding on to second. John Holcomb in third. Donnie Moore up from seventh to fourth. And Brian Neff sitting there in fifth. And I think we're getting ready to set him again one more time. Well, maybe not one more time. We'll see.
Matt Hoos will get the wave around this time by. He'll get one of those laps back. That should get him to 3 laps down. Still very, very early on in the race. Has a chance to get back out there on that lead lap. So we'll see if he can make something happen.
Yeah, early days for sure. Not much to worry about there for Hoos. Just got to be patient. Try and stay with these guys and stay on the same lap going forward and just take advantage of the cautions. So the thing we got to try and remember here is with this 0.4 of a mile, these caution periods do not last long at all. Only, I think, just under 30 seconds to get around on a caution lap. So got to be on our toes. The Ford Mustang pace car is in the middle of the turn. He's heading in. Here comes Ryan Edwards-Kiss. Jumps on that car early. He's on the loud pedal into one. Your leader, Ryan Nuss, slipping down. Actually keeps the door open there just a little bit for John Holcomb. Here comes Brian Neff. Already got the car down on the inside. Sitting there in fourth. Battling right now. Car still battling a loose condition off the turn. Donnie Moore just hanging on. Lowell Jewell right behind him. Car spinning just behind him.
Machine in that outside wall. He was around.
Ernie Brown. Oh, jeez. More trouble. Ernie Brown twisting up the Frankenstein machine. Nerf bar was all bent up. We're looking at it on the replay now, James. Pretty clean there into the turn.
Gonna happen going down here into 1 and 2. Nope, there you go. A little bit of contact, and then you keep getting hit like that too. It's definitely gonna hurt as well.
Yeah, and it's that side by side racing we talked about earlier. Kind of tough to do. Richard Blake just a little wide on the entry there, or not on the entry, but coming out of the turn, and the car moves up the track just a little bit, and that little bit of contact was all it took to send Phil around, and to send Ernie around and bend up that Frankenstein racing machine, and now Ernie's going to get shuffled back and have a lot of work to do to get back up to the front. The green flag runs have not lasted long here yet tonight, so a lot of work to do, but looks like there may be some more opportunities with caution flags to get it done. But we're almost to the quarter way point in this race, James.
Yeah, and the admin, number 21, Matt Hoos, has announced that the 21 of Matt Hoos has gotten a wave by. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, it is all legit, but that's 2 laps back that he's made up here in these last 2 yellows, so only 2 down now. He's got a chance to get back in this if these yellows keep flying like this.
We shall see. This time around, it'll be time to go side by side again and get this race restarted. Ryan Edwards-Kiss is still your leader. And Ryan Nuss still holding down second place. John Holcomb in third, right where he started. Brian Neff up to fourth. Neff just keeps crawling his way there. Donnie Moore not going away, sitting there in fifth. Going to have a great restart here. Your contenders all up front. Ryan Edwards-Kiss commanding the field. The pace car is in, and he did not waste any time. There he goes. Ryan Edwards-Kiss shot out of a cannon once again. Nuss this time will follow. Oh, and Neff is around. Neff is into the wall.
Hard of that
nose in, hard hit. Wow. Neff just got loose, man. Car broke loose on him.
Yeah, and this track just proves again how tough it is. We were talking about it in the pre-race show, but I guess we weren't assuming that it's going to be this tough. But this track is challenging, and we knew that, and it's showing here so far.
Well, honestly, until you get some heat in those tires, and even on screen, it looks like there might have been just a little bit of contact there, or maybe even just a little bit of net code. Yeah, our director maybe even suspects that it might have been a little bit of a net code, and as I look at that on my screen, it does look like there was no contact. They were just close enough, though, for what we call that net code situation to occur, and that is unfortunate. That certainly Holcomb, just the innocent bystander in that one, and Neff, the unfortunate recipient. You know what, though? He's got a good car, and he's got a chance to get back through this field. Plenty of time left to do it, man. There's still plenty of racing left ahead, James. No time to hit the panic button yet, do you think, sir?
No, not yet. I think that these guys still got plenty of time. Now, if this was, instead of 25 laps in, if we were 25 to go, maybe wouldn't be too excited about that. But still plenty of time for the number 60, Brian Neff. He'll get up there, and he's shown his speed. We'll see him up there.
Got to get a little heat in these tires. Try and get a run going, and they'll stick just a little bit better. We've just not had an opportunity to do that yet. Plenty of tire left on these cars. You'd have to think right now, with the amount of caution flags that we've had, they should be good to go. We may have a very competitive race at the end. I know we were speculating that maybe the last 25 to 30 laps of this race would be tricky, but I'll tell you, with as little hard racing as they've done yet, this might shape up to be a heck of a finish with cars really having a lot of good grip left. But here we go. The Ford Mustang pace car leads him around. Ryan Edwards-Kiss on point. He's leading him through the turn. Pace car's in, and he kind of sits on it a little bit right there and gets off your leader. Ryan Nuss still holding down second. John Holcomb sticking it down inside. Oh, Ryan Nuss was...
Three wide off of turn 2, and they make it work. That was incredible.
Did I see Brian Neff's car involved in that 3 wide?
No, I believe that was Phil Temple's, but Brian Neff is coming, though, and he's making that work on the outside.
Yes, he is. He is coming. Yes, sir. Making his way back up through the field. John Holcomb can't seem to get the car going. And right now, Ryan Edwards-Kiss is starting to open it up. Ryan Nuss just doesn't have a whole lot for him right now. Leader looking strong. Ryan Edwards-Kiss looking for his first win of the season. Long way to go, though. We just clicked off lap 35. 65 to go to folks here on Saturday night at Southern National Motorsports Park. What a race we got going for you here in the Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series. The Outlaw 100.
I'll tell you what, though. That number 60 is not wasting any time. He's picking them off one by one. As he's going to start working here on the 19 of Phil Temples. Not going to be able to make it happen that turnaround, but he's already passed plenty of cars to get back up there.
Okay, they've caught up to Nuss. And John Holcomb is stalking him right now. So is Donnie Moore. And right there in the number 4, up into this battle, Mike Holloway, Lowell Jewell tagging on along for the ride. Picking it up, Wolfson just behind them, and I think that, just behind them, Wolfson and Vern Bradley, a nice mix of cars right there. Got themselves just a little bit of a train going. Nuss still able to kind of lead that charge. It looks like he's trying to take care of the tires. I'm watching Ryan Nuss's line and got all the looks of someone that's just not trying to dig too hard yet, taking care of the car. And that's what you got to do when you got 100 laps ahead of you. At this point, only 60 left, and like I was talking about a moment ago, not a lot of racing on these tires yet, but now they're starting to settle in here. Get a little heat in them, you're seeing a little bit more grip, and not as many guys fighting that loose condition right now, James.
No, they with this heatless tires, these guys are making it work, and we see Brian Neff make another pass there on the 19. And now I go back up, and I'm focusing now on Mike Holloway, who's in this battle. Donnie Moore is trying to make a move there on John Holcomb. John Holcomb's going to shut that door on him, though, and keep him back there. But we have a big gaggle of cars here going from second all the way back to, I believe, 8th.
I'm watching the chrome horn of Donnie Moore out the back window of John Holcomb right now. And that chrome horn is just gleaming in the sun, all shined up and ready to move John Holcomb out of the way if he needs to. And it's getting pretty tense right there because Nuss is actually starting to pull away. They were catching up to him, and I got a feeling Donnie Moore's like, hey, John, we got to get going, buddy. Let's get this thing done. Let's get it done now.
Yeah, and speaking of pulling away, I believe that Ryan Edwards has opened a can of some type of substance on the rest of the field. 3.5 seconds up and still climbing since we've gone back to green here.
Well, I certainly know someone who doesn't want to have a yellow flag come out. He is Ryan Edwards' Kiss is the class of the field right now, enjoying that clean air, just eating it up, gobbling it up. That SK Modified is hungry. And as it comes across the start-finish line for lap 47, Ryan Edwards' Kiss is still your leader, almost here at the halfway point of this race. Ryan Nuss doing a pretty good job holding down second since we got started on that last restart. Holcomb, Donnie Moore, not much has changed there. Mike Holloway and Lowell Jewell still your top 5 and 6. Really great race going on now. Like I said, we got some heat in the tires. Everybody able to hang on, getting off these turns. So everything is settled down and the race has started to come to us. Lots of racing going on throughout the field now, though. Neff is still fighting. He's got Chris Wolfson right in front of him, working on Wolfson now. He got around Phil Temples, and he's just kind of picking them off one at a time. Once he gets there, the yellow flag is out. What do we have?
I'm not seeing it right now. Let me keep looking through the field.
Well, that is strange. We got a phantom caution, apparently. Maybe
Casper
somebody
spun his modified, I'm guessing.
Casper spun his modified. Like it. Director asked what was his name, and yeah, Casper. That's pretty funny. Now, I do see a car down on pit lane there, James. Catch that for me. Who was that? That's Lucas Stinziano on pit lane. Maybe Stinziano had an off there. Maybe got spun around and wound up in the racing line. That's probably why the yellow flag came out. We're going to check it out on replay here real quick. Picking up the number 57 there of Lucas Stinziano. And he got loose off. Wraps. It just barely avoids hitting that inside wall. But in the racing line right there, car coming by, that's going to bring out a yellow flag just about any time. Did a good job of controlling the car and not getting anybody else involved with that. But that does bring out our caution. Halfway through the race. Let's run it down for you. Go through the field, see where everybody's at. Ryan Edwards' Kiss is still your leader. He has dominated this race, has led every lap. Ryan Nuss right behind him, sitting there in second. John Holcomb in third. Donnie Moore in fourth. Mike Holloway in fifth. Lowell Jewell in sixth. Vern Bradley sits in seventh. Vern Bradley all the way up from 17th. He's driving the wheels off it tonight. Chris Wolfson sitting there in eighth. Brian Neff up to ninth. Philip Temple sitting in 10th. Richard Blake up from 18th to 11th. Joe Marks in 12th. Ernie Brown sits in 13th. Ralph Connor 14th. Matt Hoos 15th. Back on the lead lap is Matt Hoos now. Lucas Stinziano will be a lap down. Brad Speidel 31 laps down. He's out. Matt Shanoski's out, and so's Tim Knott. Early night for those guys. Tough to see it. We're ready to go, James. Side by side, the Ford Mustang pace car getting ready to peel off. Ryan Edwards' Kiss going to lead him down. There he goes. Ryan Edwards' Kiss on the hammer. Ryan Nuss right behind him. Way they have started this every time so far tonight, looking pretty good.
I tell you what, watch out now that 21 is back on the lead lap. He has been bad fast all night long, so look for him to start making his way up through the field. Oh, some contact, Donnie Moore. He's going to save it, though, but they're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch.
Amazing to see him go 3 wide here. There are spots of this track where it gets very wide. Oh, trouble down on the inside.
More contact. Oh, Vern Bradley's going to climb over on top of that 26.
No yellow flag yet, but oh, man. I can't believe the yellow didn't come out.
I don't know what's going on there. There are cars everywhere.
And it's finally out. Okay,
finally
well,
the yellow.
Yeah, the number 4 there could not get turned around. He was still up on the track and out of shape. That was Mike Holloway. Got pinned up there, nowhere for him to go. That does finally bring out the yellow. It should have come out probably earlier than that. What a mess that was. Everything right behind the leaders. It was Nuss. Nuss had a little bit of problem. We're going to pick it up here on the replay. Looking at it now, Nuss had trouble with the handling there. Going into the turn, he looks pretty good. And coming off, still pretty good here. Into the turn. And there it is. The car gets loose, breaks loose. He does everything he can to collect it down on the inside. Got guys checking up behind him there. And Vern Bradley gets caught up in that. The 26 gets caught up in that. Donnie Moore. That, that was a mess from really good fast cars in that mix. And in trouble now. As we are on lap 60. 61 now. Now we're starting to run out of time, and some of those guys are going to need a lot of help to get back into contention. Nowhere to go. Right into the back of Lowell Jewell. Chris Wolfson goes there. Nothing he could do. Lowell just had to get on the binders. Not too much damage for either of them, it looks like.
Yeah, and still, so long for them to throw the yellow, too. I was surprised that the Delta Wing didn't come in there and crash into someone. That's how long we were waiting on the yellow with those parked cars there on the track. But, yeah, that was very, very interesting with that yellow flag there. A lot of cars turned around.
Yes, nice Delta Wing reference. Thank you. If anybody saw the 24-hour Rolex last weekend, you'll get that. But yes, fear the Delta Wing for sure. All right, so that shakes things up just a bit. Okay, your leaders, your top four. Brian Neff has made his way up into the top four, and Phil Temples now sits in fifth. But Ryan Edwards-Kiss, John Holcomb, and Ryan Nuss still your top three. Your new additions up there, Brian Neff and Phil Temples, side by side. We get ready to start this again, or no? I think they just threw the caution flag again.
Yep, we'll do one extra lap here.
Yes, sir, we will. Admin felt like we didn't have enough people ready to go here, so we're going to go one more lap. Lights are out on the pace car, James. Lap 64, we're working this time by. We'll restart at lap 65, only 35 laps to go. Ryan Edwards-Kiss, still your leader. Here comes the Ford Mustang pace car. Into the pit. Ryan Edwards-Kiss on it. Down into one. Fighting side by side behind him. Holcomb up top. Ryan Nuss down below. No contact. Beautiful driving by both of those men. Holcomb fights that car just a little bit coming off the turn. And there is the Winn-Dixie 60. Got a nose in under Ryan Nuss. He sure does. Takes over third place. Nuss stuck up on the outside. Ryan Edwards-Kiss up front already opening it up on John Holcomb. John Holcomb's got Brian Neff in his mirror. Neff all the way back up to third. Man, Neff is a man possessed tonight. Not having any connection issues now. That car looks good. He might be able to get to Ryan Edwards-Kiss if we can keep this thing green. He's got a shot. Oh, trouble for Nuss just behind him. Nuss is around. That's going to bring out another caution flag. Nuss with a tank slapper. Can't get the car corrected. Car comes around. He gets hit. Yellow flag is out again, James.
Yeah, and Lowell Jewell, he got a little bit of piece of that too. I think he's going to get by mostly unscathed though. But yeah, contact going into 3 and 4 that time with that 19. He gets sent around.
Phil Temples on screen. Taking a look here, riding with him. You see Nuss hit that outside wall. Car goes up on 2. Phil Temples, no place to go, gives him a little bit of a shot. Phil gets a little bit there to the left and gets a piece of Lowell Jewell. Cars all over the place. Lowell Jewell does make it through that. Gets a little bit of damage off that, but I think he'll be okay. Man, that was a wicked restart right there.
Yeah,
Neff.
And it's going to be interesting if, Neff. I want to know if he's going to have anything for that number 20. So far, class of the field tonight has been Ryan Edwards-Kiss, but now that number 60 is caught back up there, it will be restarting third. That's the inside line. It's going to be very important. See if he can dispose of John Holcomb here pretty quickly and see what he could do with that 20 here.
Well, I'll tell you what, the 20 has just been magic on every restart tonight. He has been all over it. He is going to be tough to beat tonight. Ryan Edwards-Kiss on a mission since the green flag dropped to start this race. He has just been strong all night, man, and I I don't know. Even on Neff's best night, I don't know if he's got anything for him tonight because, again, that car has just looked pretty special tonight. Looks like Wolfson going to get the rave around here next time by.
And again, that 20 car, these are all fixed setups out here tonight. It's all driver, and I've been watching Ryan Edwards' Kiss. He is keeping it right down there on the seam, right there on that white line, better than anyone else out here tonight. So that's why he's been so dominant. But Brian Neff, I don't think he's going to go quietly into the night. Give him a little bump there.
Here we go. Ryan Edwards' Kiss did not waste any time right there. I mean, as soon as the pace car ducked in, he was gone. Brian Neff, though, he takes over second place. John Holcomb can't compete up top. That opens the door. Phil Teppels is around, makes contact with John Holcomb. Lowell Jewell manages to get by, get up to third place. The caution flag is back out, though.
John Holcomb taking a little detour here through pit road.
After being up there all night, James.
Yeah, really tough break for John Holcomb. He's going to rejoin the field, though. No need to take a toll. He will get back up there and try to work his way back up. But yeah, big tough break for the 69 there.
And the outlook, the outcome of this race changes with every caution flag right now. Lowell Jewell finds himself up to third. Matt Hoos, where did Matt come from? Matt's back up to fourth. How many laps?
4 laps down.
He was four laps down. That's right, Matt. Yes, thank you, James. Matt Hoos was 4 laps down. He's back in this race. Joe Marks is in this race. Ernie Brown is back in this race. Ernie was what? Ernie was a lap down, wasn't he? 1 lap, 2 laps down?
I don't know if he's a lap down, but I know that he was definitely in the wall hard early on in that race in that Frankenstein machine.
Yeah, and
cranking it up there.
Yeah, and the Frankenstein machine is he's pretty cranked. The car has got some damage on it. The rear end of it just hanging off. The Nerf bar on the left side all twisted up. The
that
chrome
car is
horn.
ugly.
Yes, the chrome horn is ugly. Yes. All right, man. Ernie going for that ugly duckling award tonight. I guess I don't have to give that a name, but good on him to get himself up there for contention right now. As I said, with every caution flag, the positions just keep changing. One thing remains a constant, though. Ryan Edwards Kiss is still the leader, but guess what? Brian Neff has worked his way up to second, and he is going to have to contend with Mr. Kiss is going to have to contend with Brian Neff now on this restart. They are side by side. Lowell Jewell, Matt Hoos, all the big guns up front, folks. Race fans, get on the edge of your seat, stand up, take a look. Here we go. The pace car is in. Oh!
That's going to be a big...
No, it's not. No, that's start finish line. No, Ryan Edwards Kiss is across first. I don't believe there'll be a black flag there on Brian Neff. He tried to jump it. Boy, that was some...
he straight up jumped that one. Ryan Edwards Kiss snookered him on that restart. But Brian Neff was able to maintain that second position and gave it back. But, yeah, that did not work out for him. But he's right there on the back bumper of that 20 right now. Neff giving him a little bit of the business. Ryan Edwards Kiss just trying to hang on. We got a battle. Race fans. Here we go. Under 20 laps to go. This time by we'll have 17. And Brian Neff looking for that big win. He hasn't had it this season. So is Brian Edwards Kiss. Brian Edwards Kiss looking for his first win this season. Lowell Jewell still hanging in there. He's dealing with Nuss right now. Dealing with Matt Hoos. Matt Hoos, who's made it from 4 laps down back into this race, fighting for third place with Lowell Jewell right now. Brian Neff almost got a piece of the chrome horn there to the bumper. Ryan Edwards Kiss backed out just in time. Those two are battling on board with Ryan Edwards Kiss right now. Ryan Edwards Kiss flying straight up the fence. He's getting the bumper. He hold on to it, Ryan.
Man, Neff is one tough customer. I'll tell you what. You see him in your mirror. You just gotta tense up just a little bit. Oh, and Neff gets loose off the turn. Allows Lowell Jewell to get there. Now Lowell's gonna go up and mess with Neff. What a race. What a race here at the end.
Oh, Ryan Edwards Kiss is going to get a little loose off the corner,
Yeah.
too.
First time we've seen him make a mistake all night.
Loose
Oh,
again.
man. Those
Here's
tires
the
are starting to
60.
go away.
You see Ryan run that very defensive line. He's running low, and that's getting that 60. Oh, he's going to try and pass on the outside here going into one.
Those tires might be giving up on him. Car's getting a little bit lighter now. It's that loose condition we talked about that might happen when things starting to lighten up and the tires start to get worn out. He's definitely fighting. Looks like he's even a little bit tight right now, James.
Well, yeah, when he's entering so low to try and keep that 60 from being able to dive underneath him, and it's really screwed up his line. His car is really upset right now. But you know that Brian Neff is really enjoying it too, because that 20 is not driving good. He's in his head right now.
I think he is, but as much as he's in his head right now, just behind Lowell, Joel, Matt Hoos having a really nice battle. Matt looking for Lowell to make a mistake, but Lowell will have none of it. Lowell looking like a real cool customer right now, holding down third, looking for a podium finish. Tonight could be his night. This battle up front rages on, though. Ryan Edwards Kiss, Brian Neff, still nose to tail. Oh, Ryan Edwards Kiss gets loose. And there's Neff on the outside. Can he get around him? Oh, he's going to try and power down the back straight. Side by side into turn 3. Ryan Edwards Kiss holding it down. Oh, and Neff comes around and hangs on to it. Oh, man.
That's a good battle. And here comes Matt Hoos in the 21. Low Jules in that outside wall. 21 is going to take third.
Oh, and Lowell is the big loser right there. For as much space as Neff gave up to him, poor Lowell Joel gets stuffed back to fourth. Matt Hoos up to third.
But Ryan, 5 laps to go.
Yeah, and Ryan Edwards Kiss might have gotten all the help he needed right there with just now 4 laps to go. He is able to pull away from Neff. I just don't know if Neff has got enough time left to get to him. Ryan Edwards Kiss been the class of the field all night. Got a little help there a couple laps ago. He's still on it. Lap 97, we're working it. He has led every lap of this race tonight, folks. Done it in style. Been fighting the clean air most of the night. Heck, that was the closest battle he's had all night, was after that last restart with Brian Neff.
And a battle it was. That 60 was wearing out the back bumper to that 20. He was not having a good time.
Going to be the white flag next time by. Ryan Edwards Kiss brings it into 3. And out of 4. That'll be your white flag. One last trip around for the entire evening here at Southern National Speedway. Ryan Edwards Kiss will be your winner. Neff going to hang on to second. Matt Hoos comes from 4 laps down, finishes third. What a great race for Matt.
Very impressive run by all 3 of the top 3. Ryan Edwards Kiss leading all 100 laps. Brian Neff an early spin. Matt Hoos 4 laps down.
What an evening. Lowell Jewell takes that 4th, and Joe Marks in 5th. What a race. Ryan Edwards Kiss only to be challenged there after that last restart. And then, like I said, gets a little bit of help with those cars fighting behind him. Neff gets loose, does the best he can to hang on to the car, does save it, but everybody behind him had to kind of check up a little bit. Lowell Jewell, the big loser there, as I mentioned, he has to get back to 4th and will miss out on a chance for the podium tonight. Ryan Edwards Kiss out there on the front straight, now just about up to turn 1. He's burning it down, throwing down the donuts. Congratulations to him and that full throttle SK modified. We are going to take a quick break, come back and run it down for you. Get these guys up here for an interview, talk to the podium, and talk about where we're heading next week. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. The Outlaw 100 at Southern National Speedway is in the books. 100 laps here tonight. Ryan Edwards' Kiss is your big winner. Brian Neff brings it home in second place. Matt Hoos, third. Credible finish for him. Lowell Jewell, the number 55, comes home in fourth tonight. Joe Marks, fifth place. Ryan Nuss, sixth. Donnie Moore in seventh. John Holcomb, hard night for him, in eighth. Rich Blake comes home in ninth after starting 18th. Good night for him. Ernie Brown, tough break for him. He was in it, and then he was out of it. He was back in it, and then he eventually finishes 10th place. Mike Holloway, 11th place. Lucas Tiziano up to 12th. Chris Wilson comes home 13th, last car on the lead lap. Vern Bradley finishes lap down in 14th. The rest of these cars just didn't make it to the end. Philip Temple's 15th. Ralph Connor in 16th. Brad Spidle 17th. Matt Shanowski 18th. And Tim Knott is 19th, last car in the race tonight. Only completed 6 laps. Tough night for him. And James, that was a thrilling race tonight. Lot going on there. What a finish. The side-by-side racing there at the end was incredible.
Oh, yeah, and as soon as we went off air, we just thought, man, that was awesome, and it really was. We were having so much fun. We even got Joe Peak to get excited about an oval race here, so it's a good battle when you get him excited. But, yeah, fantastic battle. Brian Neff, he wanted to get to that win. Ryan Edwards' Kiss, he was nervous, but he prevails there in the end.
Well, let's talk to these guys real quick. We have a third place finisher, Matt Hoos. We're going to bring him on down and visit with him. We've caught up with Matt Hoos down there in the pit area. He is packing up, getting ready to head home for the night. Matt, what a run, man. Boy, did you have to work hard to get that finish tonight.
Yeah, Sean, that was a rough race for sure, but unfortunately got 4 laps down, I believe it was, on lap 2.
That is correct. Yes, sir. 4 laps.
It was definitely a long race, a lot of hanging around in the back, waiting for the wave bys, and once I got in the lead lap, it was go time.
Man, I got to tell you that the Reds Ale machine was hot tonight. I mean, you really seem to really like this track. The SK Modified seems to be a good mix with this track, but one thing I notice is you really got to get a little bit of heat in the tires before you can really get into a nice groove. Is that the case?
Well, there's a fine line. You need to get heat in there, but it's very easy at this track to get too much, which is what happened to Neff. And towards the end there, I was able to get right on his bumper and told him I thought about using the bumper, but I couldn't quite get to him to use it. So we were going to have a battle anyway.
Well, he was sure trying to get it to kiss there on that last restart, and it didn't quite work out for him. And you almost had a shot to get around or get through him there at the end. Come up a little bit short, but going to have to be happy with the third place finish as we head into next week's race. Head on down the road to Five Flag Speedway. What do you think about that track and how it sets up for you?
Five Flags is not one of my great tracks, but it's okay. Luck goes my way. I may have a decent finish, just like tonight. I thought for sure the points lead was gone, and I was going to really be hurt and be like 20 points down by the time we left here, but somehow was able to keep it tight. So go out of here happy.
Yeah, well, keep it tight indeed. You will hold on to your lead in the points, and I think everything will hold. Neff will hold on to second, but will be maybe just a point or two behind you as we head into next week at Five Flags. Again, great race for you tonight. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Five Flags, Matt. Great talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. That was Matt Hoos, the Reds L SK Modified driver. He finishes third tonight. And now I believe James has caught up with second place Brian Neff. Talk to the driver of the Winn-Dixie 60, James.
Brian Neff, you got us jumping up and down in the booth tonight. Early spin early on, but you came back. really wearing out that 20. We saw that defensive line that he was taking there and the bumper that you were giving to him. Please tell us about this exciting race tonight.
Well, it was a good finish for me tonight. Like you said, I got spun early. I had to work my way all the way from the back, and right there at the end, I just had no tires left. And Ryan did everything. I mean, I don't know what it is with these guys. They seem to make all the right moves at the end of the race. Matt did the same thing at Oxford. He ran the right line and wore me out, and Ryan did the same thing tonight. So,
well, he might have wore your tires out, but you definitely wore his back bumper out. Many times where you got into the back of him, got him loose, then you get loose the next lap, side by side there. Fantastic to watch, but you've been having a great run so far this season too. After your lackluster season last year, ready to come back and try and get another championship here. No connection issues. I think that you would actually be a little bit higher up in the points if it wasn't for the computer. Running good here tonight. Do you finally get that under control?
yeah, I think I got it under control. At the beginning of the season, I was having internal problems. Now all of a sudden, I'm having internet problems. So hopefully, it's under control. But I know I'm exhausted. That was a hell of a last 20 laps. It was a really good time. Ryan, like I said, Ryan raced me clean, and he did what he had to do.
Yeah, internal issues, external issues, and it sounds like someone's stealing your car out back. So hopefully that wasn't you there, Brian. But yeah, fantastic run. You've been on it so far this season, and especially without those computer problems. So we're glad to hear that you're back full song now. We do head to Five Flags Speedway, Pensacola, Florida, here next week. You excited to head down to sunny Florida?
Yeah, I really like that place. You know, you can carry some speed there. If you figure your line out, you can really make some time there. I hope it's a little less cautions. We had a pretty bad night for cautions tonight. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but you know, I let Hoos lead the whole practice in speed, and I knocked him off with like 26 seconds ago. So
I might have made a comment about that.
did you make a comment? Yeah, well. It was kind of a funny thing over there in TeamSpeak. So, really good race for us this week. I'm really excited looking to going into next week. And like I said, make sure you give Ryan his kudos because he earned that win tonight.
Absolutely, but you definitely made him earn it out there as well. So, Brian, we'll let you get packed up, and we'll see you in Florida next week.
All right, guys. Hey, we appreciate all you do. You guys take it easy.
That was Brian Neff in the Winn-Dixie 60, but Sean Ambrose has caught up with the number 20 of Ryan Edwards' Kiss. Sean, you got a hold of him.
I did, and we are down here in Victory Lane with Ryan Edwards' Kiss. Ryan, big win for you tonight, sir. First one of the season. Gotta enjoy that. How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, that was great. It's been a tough season so far, but this race was just fantastic. I wasn't expecting to start first, and the little race that happened with Neff at the end, that was just icing on the cake. That was a blast.
Well, he wanted you to know. We just finished up with him. He wanted you to know you earned every bit of that there, and his hat's off to you, man. And yeah, that was some battle. I think if you go back and watch the replay, you'll see we were just as excited about it as you were.
Yeah, I was just watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something to watch, man. Great car control. I just don't know how you held on to it. What did that feel like in the seat?
It was really twitched near the end, as you guys were saying. The car was just terrible, especially because it's running the bottom line there. Just no grip. But I think the real life racing experience is definitely helping there. But yeah, just when I could, I ran the high line, and that kind of settled the car. You know, make the tires a little less angry at me.
Well, sir, Five Flags Speedway next week. You gonna make it? You plan to be there and maybe get two in a row?
Well, I hope so. Last time it didn't turn out so well. Mind you, I was in a hotel. But yeah, I plan on being there and just have to keep practicing this week.
Yes, sir. And, you'll have a whole week to get ready and defend this win for possibly another one. That's going to be a great points night for you, and you'll shoot up the points tonight. With Nuss having not so good a run and Christopher Hensley not being here, that's definitely going to give you some good points tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, listen. Hey, congratulations. Anybody you want to thank for the big win tonight, sir?
I want to thank Lowell for having the lead. Well, I guess Lowell and Matt, and you guys for broadcasting, and just all the drivers. It was a little messy at the start, but once we got going, it was pretty fun.
Yes, sir, it was, and we can't thank you enough for putting on such a great show for us tonight. We will see you next week at Five Flag Speedway. Ryan, be safe, and we will see you then.
See you guys.
That was Ryan Edwards-Kiss, your winner. James, I'll tell you what, man. These races every week here in the Bootleg Racing Series, they just get more exciting every week. Tonight was no different. First time here at Southern National Motorsports Park, and it was a little bit of a challenge. I think there were some things for these guys to figure out, even with all the laps they had going into this race, the final event of the night. Still some learning to be done, but the next time we come back here, I would expect we'll see an even better race with who knows, even a better finish if one can be written. We'll see, but this was certainly a good one tonight.
Oh yeah, Southern National Motorsports Park did not disappoint tonight for sure. I knew that we were in for a treat when he came out here tonight. This new track, it was definitely tough on these guys, but the finish was absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to watch and see this 20 and this 60 battle it out for the rest of the season too. Ryan Edwards-Kiss, he made a big statement tonight to come home with 14 extra points to try and get back into this championship battle. But his guys that he's going to be having to catch, they weren't too far behind him.
Well, James, as always, thanks a lot for coming in with me tonight. Real quickly, let me tell everyone here, Bootleg Racing League, they're racing all week. They started every week on Tuesday nights, the Copper Line Legend Series. They go green at 7:20 Eastern Standard Time. They run Legends. They run the traditional Legend tracks, 220-lap races. And that's an exciting series. Registration is still open for that. The White Lightning Limited Late Model Series, they go at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. 100 laps. They run the same track. They'll be at Five Flag Speedway next week. Saturday nights, they get things kicked off at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 50 laps in the Whiskey Run Truck Series. Then they run 100 laps in the Crooked Still Late Models. They go green at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, we finish it up every Saturday night here with the Outlaw Modified Series. Plenty of people to thank tonight. Our streaming equipment brought to us by iRacing.com Motorsports, XSplit, Audio Technica Corporation, Aver Media USA. Additional thanks to the great Dougie Beard. Our music, Eric Ekholm. Find him at ericekholm.com. Stay up to date with the Global Sim Racing Channel. Find us online at globalsimracingchannel.com. On Twitter at GSRC Broadcasting. And on Facebook at Global Sim Racing Channel. And folks, if you want to get in touch with the Bootleg Racing Series, you can find them on Facebook also, Bootleg Racing League, or at bootlegracingleague.com. Again, registration is still open for these series. You might have a bit of a waiting list with some of them, but folks, they're always looking for good racers, and you can get hooked up with them real easy. You can also read weekly race, easy for me to say, weekly race recaps written by Chris Wolfson at iRacing News and on pitroad.com. Well, it is time to put that big pretty bow on this and tell you that next week we will head to Five Flag Speedway, Saturday night, February 13th, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here. We hope you will be too. Until next time, race clean, race hard, and I'll see you on the track.